Our newest adventure is Trials of King Hercules. It's an RPG dungeon crawler, which features 2 different game modes. There's a normal and a hard, and there's also 3 different bosses overall. It's pretty interesting.
So the mode is an RPG mode. You go and you grind loot, you open chests, you get items that you're familiar with in SMITE, like Deathbringer, Soul Reaver, things like that. You go back and you play it again, you get a little bit further next time because you got more items.
And you go in, you do quests, you kill bosses, and you earn items, you earn gold, and those persist through each new playthrough. It really feels like an RPG. It feels like going through a dungeon.
I think about 8 weeks of production time to get this map finished, from pre-production to concepting and then into production and then up to the final polish.
We chose Hercules for this adventure because we wanted to theme this adventure around his labors, his trials. So if you know from his past, he's got 12 trials of Hercules, and we thought what a great place for kind of a lore aspect. So the 3 bosses are actually featured around Hercules' trials.
So in the lore, Hercules combats 3 different types of enemies, and each of those enemies have a specific location that they fight in, and that kind of influenced the overall production of these maps. Conquest is pretty big, and this map is really big too. So it's about 3 conquest sizes of a map.
The most difficult part of creating this adventure is that we're limited to 1 dungeon for the most part. There's only technically one map. So we want to make sure that every time a player goes through, they feel that they're slightly different. So they're not really just running through the same content over and over again, but they feel a sense of progression, and they really just enjoy coming back to this mode.
We had to re-implement the quest system. Normally our quests only give progress to 1 person. But this one, we wanted our quests to give progress to the whole team, regardless of who was killing a boar, who was killing the boss, or who was opening a chest. We wanted everybody to make progress.
So I got to work also on a lot of the surprise encounters that you guys experience when you're running through the map. And those are my favorite because that's kind of where I get the most reaction from when I'm watching people play. And I love seeing those reactions coming out from players.
So we have the dungeon bundle included with this adventure, and that's going to include the Vanguard Hercules skin, as well as a jump stamp, which is actually really sweet. A music theme, of course, as we have as always, a loading frame, and the gold key. So the new skin coming to the Gold Adventure Vault will be the Abyssal Sorcerer Poseidon skin. It's pretty awesome.
So the adventures have been really cool to work on because it gives us a chance to step back and say, now what can we do now that we have this whole plethora of gods to work with? Like, how can we make the game mode different? And that's nice to challenge yourself creatively that way.
This is by far one of my favorite adventures to join with your teammates. There's been so many times in playtests where you just face the first boar and you just have no idea what to expect, and you just get dominated by what we create. And that's been a lot of fun. We're unsheathing our new adventure, Trials of King Hercules, coming to you guys soon.